Hello everybody, this is Orange and welcome to my Abyss, and welcome to my November 2021 manga haul. Now if you couldn't tell from November is a month with a lot of sales and deals going on to the holiday season, and also with Black Friday. So I was able to pick up a lot more manga than I was able to for the past few previous months of me being at college. So I think right here I have I think 23 or so volumes. Either way, it's over 20, which is a lot more than it has been. So let's just jump right into seeing what I got from manga. So firstly, I have issues 10 through 14 of the Full Metal Alchemist Full Metal Edition print, which means I am currently all caught up with what's currently released of the Full Metal Edition. Now, I love Full Metal Alchemist, one of my all-time favorite series. I've read through it so many times, and the Full Metal Edition prints are just so beautiful, so good. They like beautiful printing, beautiful covers as well. Like I love myself a hardcover, and these are great. Here we got one of my favorite characters, Olivier. And then after that we got another one of my favorite characters, Greedling. All of Full Metal Alchemist characters are actually my favorite character in Full Metal Alchemist. It depends on how I'm feeling, but it's normally Greedling. I think I have a really keychain sitting over there, but yeah, it's Full Metal Alchemist. If you haven't heard of, no one ever talks about it on manga tube. It's weird, it's strange. No, I'm kidding. Everyone talks about this series. It's great. It's a classic. Watch it, read it, do whatever you want. It's a fantastic series, which I fully suggest anyone. It's great. And underneath that, we have The Walking Cat, a cat's eye view of the zombie apocalypse. I pretty much just bought this on a whim because I liked the cover. I don't know, I like cats. I thought it sounded like a interesting concept, and gosh dang it, I really like this one. I cried several times while reading this because, I don't know, it's just, I find it to be like a sweet story about the importance of cats. Just like one cat, helping people out through the zombie apocalypse. I found it sweet at a lot of points. I did cry a couple times while reading it. I'm not ashamed to admit. But I don't know, I had a really fun time with this one. It's also it's a thickie too. I think it's an omnibus of 3 volumes, yeah. A 3-volume tale collected into one omnibus. But yeah, for something that I picked up on a whim, I actually ended up really enjoying it. So yeah, that was just doing a quick zombie series, which is more lighthearted than anything. And then underneath that, we have Girl from the Other Side, Volume 11, the final volume of The Girl from the Other Side. Now I think I've been picking this up since it started releasing back in 2017, and it's a very unique, interesting series with beautiful artwork. I feel very beautiful artwork, a very different feel than most manga in general. It's a lot of fairy tale as in the manga / anime, fairy tale as in the concept. It's very fairy tale-ish. It feels so great, but it's amazing to see the series finally come to an end. And I do really like the end as well. It says that they're releasing a 12th book, which will have a bunch of short stories in it. I may or may not be picking that up, but this is a fantastic ending to a series that I've been reading for a while, and I really suggest you picking up this whole series. Also, the volumes are always so beautiful too. I love how these feel in the hand. They're a bit it's sort of a mix of papery and glossy how the covers feel, and it's great. I don't know, I love Girl from the Other Side. But also speaking of Girl from the Other Side, the creator Nagame also works on other stuff too. And while shopping for Black Friday, I also found let's see if I get this title right, The Wise Beast of the Wizarding Wisdoms, which is another series of books, or which is a short anthology by Nagame. It's a BL anthology storybook, just a bunch of animal boys at a wizarding school. I thought the cover was really cute. I saw 2 bats, and bats are my favorite animals, so I saw the bats and I immediately know, ooh, I'm picking this up. But yeah, a lot of it is a BL compilation. This might be the first BL, something that's marketed as a BL that I own, because a lot of the manga I do have some of those relationships, but never marketed that. We love to see it. We love to see it, and it being an anthology, it has a lot of different stories about a lot of different couples at this school. I like most of them. There is one between a teacher and a student, which not much into that, but I'm just gonna picture his fatherly love as a mentor, not a romance. But aside from that, a lot of the romances I think are super cute. But yeah, if you want a really quick story about just a bunch of animal boys loving each other, jump right in. I might pick up more of his works too. I don't know if he has many other works actually published here. I know he has another anthology which takes place in the Girl from the Other Side universe, kinda. I don't know if he's done anything else or if they've done anything else. So yeah, be interesting to try. This was fun. I get an impulse buy because the Black Friday shopping brain was all like, oh, I gotta pick up everything. It's discounted. But yeah, I had fun with this one. This one is cute. And beneath that, we have one of my beloved series of all time, the Berserk Freak Volume 4 Omnibus Baby. I love Berserk Freak. I talk about it in every single video because I love the series, I love the books, I love the manga, the movie I mixed on. I actually have, you probably can't see it, but back here I have all of the manga and the entire book series because I love Berserk Freak. It's fantastic. It's one of my favorite series of all time, and I'm always so excited that they are re-releasing it in the omnibus format or releasing the manga in the omnibus format. So this is volume 4, so it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You have volumes 7 and 8 in it, and this one is actually the start of the I like calling it the Hunter's arc. So we're meeting a lot of fantastic characters from the series, like Ivana and Vansha, and a surprise reappearance of some past characters too. This one's after the Vampire Mountain, and I adore this arc of the series. I love Berserk Freak so dang much. I can't sing his praises enough. I find the series so great, both the books and the manga and the movie. I gotta talk about one day because I gotta get all that off my chest. But yeah, read Berserk Freak if you want some good old action, good old vampires. This one's fantastic. Again, love Vansha. Love my beautiful nasty man. He's the grossest man alive, but oh god, do I love him with all my heart. But yeah, just more of the same as Berserk Freak. I love it. And beneath that, we got the Inuyasha Viz Big Volume 5. I love Inuyasha. It's what a bold statement. I love Inuyasha. Dang, I also love breathing and the concept of water. But I love Inuyasha. It's super fun. It's a really big comfort series. I love watching the episodes of the anime. I love reading through the manga. It's just fantastic. So there's I've slowly been collecting the manga itself, and it's great. It's Rumiko Takahashi, one of the classics. Yurusei Yatsura, Maison Kaku, stuff. Yeah, she does a lot of stuff, and Inuyasha is one of my favorites. I love Inuyasha. It's fantastic. I can't wait to collect more and eventually have the entire series in my collection so I can read it at any time I want. And not have to go to the library to read it. And underneath that is a classic weird pick. I was at a store for Black Friday and I saw something for $1 in a used section, and I'm like, this is cheap enough and weird enough to go into my collection because I like collecting weird stuff too sometimes. This a comic called Change Commander Goku. I have no clue what it is. I tried looking it up. I really couldn't find much context on the series. It was just $1 and I saw it. I'm like, okay, this looks weird enough for my collection. And also, not to mention, it gave me a lot of 90s vibes, and I've been watching a lot of 90s OVAs recently because I like doing that during the Christmas season. I don't know why I like watching 90s OVAs. Some people watch The Grinch. I watch Dark Cat. I'm so unique. Yeah, but this was very interesting to pull. It's I didn't know. It's for some reason this boy right here. That's Tomorrow's Joe. If you've ever seen the anime Tomorrow's Joe, that's Joe. Why is he in this? I love that anime. It's classic. Watch it if you need to. It's it's the first version of Megalobox. If you've seen that Tomorrow's Joe, but I don't know why he's here. I don't know why he's here, but I was happy to see him because I didn't really fully take it in on the cover. I'm like, oh yeah, that's just a boy with swoopy anime bangs. And then I walked in and it's a jacket, that hat, that's Tomorrow's Joe. I don't know, but this is a good weird one for my collection. Any context on this will be fine, but I thought it was cool. And beneath it we got pile number 2. Ooh, we going fancy. And finally, after almost a year of waiting, we got Mob Psycho 100 Volume 7. Dark Horse is so weird when it comes to publishing in general, but especially when it comes to publishing this. Hey yo, Dark Horse, why did you release Reagan first? Because that's pretty much a sequel series, or a sequel story to this. Why did you release it halfway through the series? But it's Mob Psycho 100. It's fantastic. You probably already hear people singing the praises to this one as well. Made by the same creator as One Punch Man. I actually like this one a lot more than I like One Punch Man. I like the themes and the characters and generally like the setting a lot more, but Mob Psycho 100 is something very special to me, and I adore it, and I adore that we have it now. Please finish the series, Dark Horse, without any weird deviations. I beg of you. I beg of you. But it's a great series. Highly recommend any Mob Psycho 100. to any reader. The art may be a bit wonky to some people, but like I think the art's super charming. I love it. I love it. I love this series. And beneath that we got two weirder picks, being Pandora Hearts volumes 7 and 19. I was shopping at a store where I get a lot of used manga, and I just saw these two volumes, and I'm like, I'm just gonna pick them up now because Pandora Hearts volumes are so hard to come by. Pandora Hearts is a series that I adore. It's one of my favorite manga series of all time. The problem is, a lot of it I cannot find. A lot of it is like out of print, and like the volumes cost so much. So pretty much if I see any volume anywhere, I pick it up with no questions asked. So I really can't read these yet because like I'm trying to read through the series. It'll be out of order. But yeah, it's Pandora Hearts. It's fantastic. It's a series that I'm slowly trying to complete because again, it is one of my favorites. But like, oh god, is it so hard to find? It's gonna fall over at any point. You're gonna watch. And underneath that, we got Berserk Volume 10. It's more Berserk. Again, what has any other manga tuber said about this book, or really any anime / manga tuber, or even person said? Berserk is fantastic. It's a classic series. It's beautiful. It's great. The artwork is like juicy as heck. It's Berserk. It's Berserk. I am almost at the point of the series, I think, where I will no longer have any clue what's going on, because with Berserk, pretty much all I do is I'm this far into the manga. I'm 10 into the manga, and I've watched the 90s anime fully. So pretty much after pretty soon I'll be at the point where I have no clue what's going on. No clue what's going on after the Golden Age arc, aside from like occasional things I see online. But it's Berserk and it's fantastic. Highly recommend. But also keep in mind all the content warns too, because there's sometimes a lot of dark stuff in Berserk, if you could say that. But fantastic series. Always got to put more here. And the next one is another weird impulse buy that I saw on the shelf, and I said, ooh, I need this in my collection. And it's called Penguin Gentleman. I just saw this and I'm like, oh yeah, I love that cover. I love penguins, and I love the art. I think this is just like a cute series about just like someone who's like, I'm gonna make humanoid penguins, and then like info dump about penguins. And I'm like, heck yeah. As someone who like has humanoid characters like representing both like species of sharks and species of bats, I'm like, ooh, finally someone who gets my interest. But like, I think this is super cute. It's just like super cute. A lot of information about penguins in here. Just love when people are like unblatantly like, I'm just gonna talk about what I like for like several hours. That's what you're doing right now. I'm talking about manga, which is the thing that I like. But yeah, I do like this one. It's like, it's very niche. It's very fun. It's so good. Also, it's a slipcover too, and like that spine is so classy. But yeah, I had a fantastic time. I love the back of the cover saying that the author has a fondness for business suits, dandies, and penguins. God, don't we all? Yeah, but I had a lot of fun with Penguin Gentleman. Just another fun thing for my collection. I like having some occasional like Stranger Things in that collection. It's great. And beneath that, we're getting to the wire. We have volumes 9 and 10 of Pokemon Adventures. Pretty much this is wrapping up the this is apparently going to be the last volume of the omnibus editions, even though there's more series after this. I know it only goes up to Emerald. There's more after this. In this one, they advertise buying the single editions of the Diamond, Pearl, Platinum manga, and like, what? Just why not print them in the omnibus format? They're so much easier to buy in the omnibus format. This look fantastic on the shelf, but the Pokemon Adventures manga is fantastic. And also, why would they stop publishing? Like, this came out like I think a few months ago, and like right now the Gen 4 iron is like really hot because we're having both the Pokemon Diamond Pearl remakes coming out, which I do have. I'm having fun. And also Pokemon Legends Arceus is coming out in a few months too. Like, if any time to market like Gen 4 content, it will be now. So I do stop publishing as soon as you reach Gen 4. Which I do have my fingers crossed that Pokemon Adventures like will keep on like publishing, because like there's more arcs after that. Like, again, this only covers up to like Gen 3 and we're on Gen 8. And has the manga started? Yeah, I think the manga started for Gen 8. I'm a bit behind on the manga. I've only actually read up to the Gen 4 manga, or read through the Gen 4 manga. I guess I've read up to the Gen 5 manga, and then I read the Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire manga because I like Archie and Maxie too much. I love them. They're my favorite characters in Pokemon. And if they don't publish, I'm just going to probably buy I'm probably just going to buy the Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire manga on their own, because I just need all that Archie and Maxie content. Archie and Maxie are in these ones too, but their fates aren't really that good. Spoilers for Pokemon. But yeah, Pokemon Adventures is fantastic. It's a good manga for both kids and people who just like Pokemon in general. It's fun, it's great, I love it. I love Pokemon Adventures, and these are beautiful additions too. Like, Viz, please keep on printing Pokemon Adventures. Like, continue past this point and just, like, don't have people, like, continue, like, past this point with, like, in this format, because I think it's so much easier to collect like this, because the Pokemon Adventures manga goes on forever, and it will never end. I'm just gonna put it here so it doesn't topple down and crush me. That would be unfortunate. Beneath that we have To Your Eternity, volumes 9 and 10. And To Your Eternity is a really good series, but I think the thing is I'm starting to lose, like, general, like, I don't know if I want to keep on collecting it. It's a really great series. The artwork's beautiful, the story's beautiful, but I don't think it's, like, grabbing me as much as it used to. But either way, I do recommend this series to, like, a lot of people. It's really good, it's really great. But I don't know. I may free up my collection by selling the volumes I have of this one off. But it's great. I'm getting so many missed messages right now. Listen, manga collecting is very interesting, where there's so many series I adore, but I do not want them in my collection, or, like, I do not have room for them in my collection. So I might sell this one off, but it's a fantastic series that I do recommend to, like, most people who like just, like, fantasy and crying, which are two things I do love. And beneath that, oh boy, we got a beloved of mine. We got Golden Kamuy, Volume 7. What can one say about Golden Kamuy which hasn't been said about by any other manga tuber? We talk about it a lot, don't we? But Golden Kamuy is fun, it's fantastic, it's funny, it's cooking, it's everything. It's really good, the artwork's beautiful. He got so many, he got all the men in here. This is Man Service, the manga. I'm so tired. I've been doing homework for, like, nonstop. But I love you some Golden Kamuy. It's great. I can't wait to collect more of the manga, because I have watched, like, all that's recent with the anime, and I love the anime, and with the manga, it's just been playing catching up game, because the manga is so good. The manga is so good, guys, read it. And then the last manga we have that I've collected this month is the one, the only, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Part 5, Volume 2. What can one say about JoJo's Bizarre Adventure? It's one of my favorite series of all time. And part 5 is a good part. It's not my favorite part, but any JoJo's is good JoJo's. And these are beautiful. We meet the other boys. We got Mista on the back. We meet the other boys of Heshion. We see all of them. We see all my beloved boys. I love JoJo. I'm just gonna start rambling about JoJo, but it's fantastic. It's more JoJo. It's more JoJo. And also recently, the Part 6 anime, or at least the first 12 episodes of the Part 6 anime released on Netflix, which are fantastic. I watch JoJo. I always recommend it. It can be a bit weird sometimes. One might say it's a bizarre adventure. But yeah, I love JoJo, and I love the hardcovers so dang much for this. These are beautiful volumes. Like, I just, like, stare at this volume sometimes, because just everything about it is so dang pretty. It's JoJo's, it's great. It's more the JoJo we know and love. It's our Part 5, which probably is going to take a while to release before these are probably going to take a while to release. They churn these volumes out pretty slow, but, like, at least we have them, and I'm always glad to see more JoJo. But yep, those are the manga volumes I bought this month during November 2021. So yeah, what did you guys think of my haul? What manga volumes did you guys pick up? Does any of my main ramblings about the manga that I like inspire you to pick up anything? If so, tell me. Comment in the comment section below. Up that engagement for funsies. Which, yep, those are the mangas I've collected. Thank you very much for watching, and have a lovely night.